Oh, hey, welcome. Today I want to talk about a Audible book that I'm reading today. I'm about halfway through the book, and I am listening to the book called "Becoming" by Michelle Obama. My name is Dr. Anika Thrower, and I am the creator of the College Minded Lifestyle Movement, as well as the author of the book entitled The Art of Dominating the Winner's Circle, as well as a professor at two colleges here in New England. And one of the things that I definitely encourage students to do in this season is to decompress. So when I'm talking about decompressing, that doesn't mean do nothing. Of course, relax the mind, but not to do just about anything. Short vacations, exercising, catching up with loved ones, reconnecting, those are good things to do. Within recent times, or actually some years ago, a friend of mine, Mara, introduced me, or at least told me about Audibles. And I'm the type of person to whereas I need to actually touch those pages and flip those pages and go back and reread those pages. But she was pretty steadfast about talking about Audible. So I decided to get into about Audibles. So like I said, the book that I'm reading right now is Becoming by Michelle Obama. I believe it's a total of 28 chapters. Currently, I am in chapter 17 and I am totally enjoying Audible so far, and I do see more within my near future. But anyway, so the two top tips that I've learned so far, since I'm over halfway through the book. Number one is within chapter 8, she talks about how she actually met Barack Obama. And the way she met him was at the firm in which she worked at. She was overseeing his summer internship. And what I liked so much about that particular chapter, it just talks, I believe it's chapter 8 going into 9, how the relationship organically developed. It was not a love at first sight type of thing. Professionally, it seemed like they were both kind of filling each other out. They definitely built a respect for each other's craft and what they stood for and their morals and their backgrounds and blah, blah, blah. And things kind of blossomed from there. So I definitely enjoyed reading that chapter. Lots more as far as her family's concerned and, how she developed in her formative years. But I really like the way their relationship organically developed. It organically developed. The second thing that really resonates with me was in chapter 11, to whereas when her father passed, she decided that even though she was comfortable in her career, she was interested in making a true impact on society. A true impact on society. So she kind of changed gears. For her, that was a drop in her salary, but yet and still, she went ahead and let her passion really drive her future steps. And look what happened at the end of the day. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a bonus. The bonus is actually the main thing I have noticed since I've read this book. The main thing that I've noticed, and it's something that I preach about so many times, now you want to write this down perhaps, it's all about who you know. It's all about who you know. So as the book goes on, especially when we're talking about how Michelle and Barack got into the professional, or they got into the political realm, how they were able to go back and pull people that they socialized with and they respected and they actually worked with in the past. If I'm not mistaken, eventually when President Barack Obama was in office, he actually went back and pulled someone named Valerie Jarrett. Now, let me briefly tell you about Valerie Jarrett. Valerie Jarrett was when Michelle decided to make the jump out of the corporate lawyer racket. She wanted to go into public service, like I was saying. She had to really put some consideration in there because it was almost half of a chunk of money that she was making. I believe she was making like $120,000 back in the late 80s, early 90s. And for her to take this position that she went ahead and took, it was $60,000, if I'm not mistaken. And one of her last things was, before she made that final decision, she wanted Val Jarrett to meet her fiance at the time. And so from there, you already know what happened next. But definitely, I think it's very important that we position ourselves around the right people that have the same goals as us, have some of the same perspectives, and at the end of the day, they want more for themselves and the people around them. So that's part one of my book, and I'm hopeful that you are able to get some information out of that. I'm very hopeful within the next week or so that I'm done with the rest of the book. So I will come back and I will report on part two of Becoming by Michelle Obama. Once again, my name is Dr. Anika Thrower, and you already know I am all about that college-minded lifestyle. I am a college professor here in New England, once again, as well as the author of the book entitled The Art of Dominating the Winner Circle for the College-Minded Student. Until next time, I want you, I didn't forget about you. Stay college-minded.